Hey everybody, it's Chris at Oak Street Garden Shop. I've had a few of you ask me about some of the herbs that you can grow through the winter, and also vegetables that can be grown, for eating and for ornamental use. So I've got a couple, really some good examples right here for you. Let's start with the herbs. We talked about curly parsley in pots and beds and how large it gets. Flat leaf parsley, same thing. It'll grow through the winter for you. You can use it. You can use it, in pots by the, just a single pot with parsley. You can also combine it. This would be a really pretty combination just with some trailing violas or pansies. This is a sage, beautiful foliage, almost like lamb's ear. Look at that. Look at that contrast between the curly parsley and the sage leaf. Both of those are really, really great herbs for the winter. I don't have time here. That's another one that's good, spill out over the edge. All of these, again, protect in the winter when we get temperatures below freezing to keep them looking good. Let's talk about the vegetables that are ornamental as well as edible. Really good kale. If you guys are interested in health and kale, this is Lacinato Kale. Supposedly one of the best tasting kales out there. And look at that beautiful blue leaf. It's beautiful and it gets large, you can use it. This mustard greens, this one is called Red Giant. I have a blog post on our website about Red Giant mustard, and it has a beautiful picture of how large it gets. When it says giant, it means giant. This little pot, you would just never guess how large it gets. It is beautiful. The color darkens up in the winter, and it's a great foil for your winter flowers, the pansies and the snaps and the violas. This is another mustard. Look at the difference in the leaf. The Red Giant has that full fat leaf, and this one is a cut leaf mustard. This is called Red Frills, and it is beautiful. This one I did lose last year, but again, last year was a crazy winter. Most winters, all of these will manage to make it through and be beautiful in the spring as well. Chard, got a couple different chards here. Harry, if you can kind of focus in on that. This one is called Bright Lights, and it has, see the yellow stem? There's a red stem, there's a pink stem in there. It's beautiful, that's why it's called Bright Lights. And this is a new one this year, it's called Bally, and it's completely red stemmed. But gorgeous chard, it'll grow, a hard freeze is probably gonna take the chard out. Again, protect your plants in the winter if you care about them, you want them to do well. If you got them in pots, maybe move them in your garage. The last one I wanted to show you is actually a beet green. This is called Bull's Blood Beet. Look at the color on that. It's almost more of a burgundy pink. And it's, again, really beautiful foil. The leaves are edible. It's a beet, winter grower. Freezes, not a good thing for it, so protect all of these when it gets so cold for us. We have a lot of options through the winter, but we do have to be careful. Hey, I want to jump in real quick and talk a little bit about rosemary. We were talking about the herbs like parsley and sage and the vegetables, the kale, the chard. Rosemary is another really great herb. And last winter, so many of you lost your rosemary. I lost my rosemary. I'm starting over with it. There are two types of rosemary that we've got. There's one that is a trailing rosemary called Huntington carpet, and you see it's trailing, and it actually comes up in the garden and then mounds. We had a beautiful Huntington carpet rosemary at the corner of our sidewalk bed here at the shop, and I was just heartbroken when we lost it last year. It had been out there for years and years. But we're gonna start over, I think, with another one. This rosemary is an upright rosemary, and I think a lot of you in the Birmingham area have this one. This is Tuscan Blue. Mine, again, lasted for years and years and years, and last year was deader than a doornail. So if you need to replace your rosemary and you haven't done it yet, we have got some in stock right now. And again, it's great in containers, it's good in the ground, give it some sun, give it good drainage, especially through the winter, and I think you'll have good luck with it. We'll see you soon. We're here from 9 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday.